Okay, mate. Let's have a look here. Do you think the move should continue in the near term? So you mean the bullish move is over? Yeah, very compressed MAs. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking at the yearly chart here. You know, the thing is, this is a bearish yearly stop hunt. Sometimes when you get a bearish yearly stop hunt, what can happen is you can bounce up, take some liquidity above and drop down and flip red again. It kind of does look like that this wants to drop down and flip red and at least fill this wick. The worry is that, you know, when you have a bearish stop hunt on top, a lot of times price likes to come down and bullish stop hunt on the lows. It takes liquidity above and then it likes to take liquidity below. So that's my concern in the overall market, to be honest, that everything's just going to tank. I don't know about tank, but I mean, you know, to come down and stop hunt down there it's a 40% drop. So yeah, I would call that tanking. So it's a concern, right? But this also looks pretty bad in the fact that it's took liquidity in the 6 month and now there's a big gap and a big wide open wick down below. So to me it looks like it wants to go lower. It wants to break down into here. So that is, you know, not ideal. At least, you know, at least fill some of this wick, you would think, right? So if that's going to happen, sorry, the alarms are going off here. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're pretty loud. I forgot to turn down my volume. So yeah, so we can see what that is. To me it looks like, you know, it probably should drop down into this level at least. I mean, this looks like very good support, and if we do put you know, some volume on that, you know, we can see where that is right down here. So you would think, well, in theory you would think that that would be support, and we would like to front run that. So even if we bounce here in the near term and then maybe come back down or something like that, but you would like to see this hold, and you would ideally like to see people buy it up before it hits this, so maybe it doesn't even get there, it gets bought back up, and then we can do something like that. That's kind of what the chart is looking like. Now that's what it looks like, because you've got the big open wick and a bearish yearly stop hunt and all that sort of stuff. But in the near term, like if you want in the very near term, today is a bullish daily stop hunt, right? So we are now bullish above here, right? And it looks like it does want to kind of try and have a bounce maybe up in here. 7 hours left. I don't know if it's going to run today. I'm not too sure on that, but it may run a little bit today. But you know, it looks like this is extended, and it probably wants to get a bounce off this level. So in the near term, you know, we're bullish. Now if I just zoom out a little bit here, and you know, if we look at the cluster in here and look at the cluster here, there is key differences, but I'm just saying, you know, there is still a possibility somehow it could negate the bearishness that we're showing and not fill the wick. It's always a possibility, but you know, this is a down move, I suppose. I suppose this was a down move as well, but this was more a longer term consolidation, if you want to. Yes, it was a downtrend, of course, and it's probably a massive drop. Well, from the highs to the lows, it's 55%. I'm just saying, in bear markets, and this could be classed as a bear market, even this, you know, sometimes it takes a process to actually maybe get out of there. Like what I'm trying to say is, this would be a very steep, like maybe it needs more time here before getting back above all moving averages more safely. This is more of a flat bottom base. You know, this is a pretty strong downtrend with a bounce coming off it. So that's the worry, that it may need more time. Yeah, look here as well. Like now, could it successfully somehow break back up? Of course, anything's possible. But like we've also taken liquidity in the monthly, and so unless what happens is, how many days left now? There's 19 days left. I mean, as long as it's green here, things are not too bad. But if it starts to flip red, you have to be worried that it's going to come down and take liquidity below. But what would be perfect to stop this route would be some sort of a bullish monthly stop hunt. Like you can see a kind of a clean bottom here on this. Even this bullish monthly stop hunt stopped the route, and we got some sort of a bounce back up. This is it can be more bullish consolidation, but there's definitely a bearish element to it. It's bearish for the time being, at least on this pullback, and I think we need to see a little bit more action. I would love to see a bullish stop hunt somewhere here. You know, the worry is also, you know, it's always safer buying into green candles, and this is red, right? You know, and now could it flip green again? Of course it could. Look at this one. This one did flip green. No, there's 1 month and 26 days left for this to try and flip green. So could there be a bottom down here, just like there was there? I mean, it's very possible. The monthly is still green. The weekly is red. Well, here we go. This is what we'd need. This is a bearish weekly candle. We would need to see some sort of reversal. At this point, this is a bearish candle implying we're going to go lower. So again, there's kind of more evidence pointing that there could be some lower. So what we need to do is we need to watch for that reversal. Where is the reversal going to come? If it gives us a bullish weekly stop hunt, that could be it, right? There's a possibility it could be it, but also the 2 week is red, and this is a bearish 2 week candle. So you can see here, to me, this looks like the last time we formed this type of pattern might have been here, and it caused a continued route to the downside. Now you could say that this was a similar pattern. This is beautiful. Look at this. This was a breakdown, right? But what happened was that we got a bullish. I'm really sure that's just, yeah. This is a bullish 2 week stop hunt. So it's a failed move to the downside on a bullish 2 week, and then it actually give another failed move. This should have continued lower, right? This is a breakdown candle, and it didn't do that. So, you know, that failed move created a fast move in the opposite direction. And the truth is, we need something similar. Otherwise, this is going lower. Like, if you're putting your money on this should go lower somewhere down there. But there's always a chance you can get a bullish 2 week stop hunt. So if we get a bullish 2 week stop hunt, we need to be on guard on it. Now, that's a 2 week candle, but the weekly is just as bad, right? The weekly looks pretty bad as well. But again, you know, we probably should be looking for a bullish weekly stop hunt and see where we go. So if we get it, you know, it's definitely worth trading if we get it with a tight stop, because we're still green on the month. I think it was that 9 week candle, as we talked about. You know, there's a chance that, you know, like here and like here, like this is a bullish candle up. It dropped right back down into it and then continued up. This is a breakup candle, kind of meaning that somewhere there could be a bottom for higher prices, right? It could be, you know, something like that or whatever. But yeah, so I think I'll just cut the video off here. There's definitely more of a bearish element on the medium term charts. Very near term, it's this bullish stop hunt needs to hold. So we're kind of bullish very short term here, trying to have a bounce. It's a new 3-day candle in 6 hours time, right? This is trying to flip green here. This is a bullish 3-day stop hunt. So in the near term, right, there's a potential trade here that you know, it looks like it will want to try and give some sort of upward momentum, something like that, as long as price holds above here, right? It is suggesting, however, that the bounce could be short-lived and later come back down to fill those wicks. But if this stop hunt holds, if we take liquidity and pop up and have, you know, somehow we have this big silly candle back up, if a big buying pressure comes into the market on Monday somehow, it doesn't feel like it, to be honest, because it's the weekend and the altcoins are still very poor. That's not really a sign of strength, to be honest. So one last thing I just want to show you here. This setup here, right? So you get the downtrend. You've got the, you get the green candle up. You get the bearish stop hunt and right back down. You get the green candle up. You get the bearish stop hunt right back down. And what happens next is there is a little bit more downside to come down and fill out the bottom of the pattern. Kind of like what we talked about, that there could be some more downside. But anyway, then you eventually get this bullish stop hunt, and it's a clear bullish stop hunt, right? The buyers really take control because you had a decent wick down to the downside, and you come right back up, right? That is, and you can see here as well, right? Sorry, here. Like that was you get a big wick down, and it's clear reversal to the upside. You get that continuation. Even here, like that's a big wick down, and it comes back up and flips green. That's clear strength of buyers, and it continues to push the market higher. Even here, well, this was a bullish weekly stop hunt, and there was a decent wick on that, but they come right back up and flip green again to move to the upside. Here was a bullish weekly stop hunt as well. But I'm just saying there's conviction, like there's conviction there. There's a bullish stop hunt as well. That's what we have on a 3-day, right? We have this set up here right now on a 3-day. If maybe I'll just take a bit of a screenshot here. And if we look at the setup here, you get this, and you come down, and you get the bullish stop hunt on doji, bullish stop hunt on the doji. Then tomorrow, which is a new 3-day and a new day, it gives this big move, and well, it reversed this pattern, right? So that's what I'm saying. Tomorrow, it is worth watching. This definitely is worth watching. A small dip, and see if this can actually get some sort of reversal. Right? It's definitely worth watching here, because there's a little bit of strength coming in. And if a small dip down, flip green, you put your stop below the daily low, or try and buy into the wick. Right? You could do that also. If it goes below this white line at all, yeah, you got to get out. Anyway, mate, yeah. So we'll see how we go, and we'll keep an eye on this. I hope you're well. Hope you had a good weekend.